Hey guys, it's Alicia. Today I'm going to be making up what I'm going to be calling pumpkin and oat breakfast cookies, or probably a better name, pumpkin and oat energy bar cookies. Now these are something that would be great for not only a really quick and easy breakfast or breakfast on the go, but these would also make a good homemade energy bar. And that's kind of what I'm mainly making these for. My husband has gotten big into biking and he's got another race coming up, and he has to take things that he can eat during his race. And instead of buying things like energy bars, I like to just make my own ones for him. Now his favorite energy ball that I make all the time, I do have a video on. The only problem with them is they're a little high in Weight Watcher points. So I'm wanting to make something that's still a good energy source, but a little bit lower in points. And since it is fall, I thought why not do a pumpkin inspired version. So that's what I'm gonna be doing today. Let me show you really quick what I'm gonna be using for ingredients. First off, I've got some oats here. I'm just using quick oats because that's what I have on hand. You could definitely use rolled if you had that instead, but I'm gonna be using 2 cups of the quick oats. And then back here, I've got some coconut oil. I'm gonna be using 2 tablespoons of that. Got some ground flaxseed, gonna be using a 1/4 cup of that. And then some chia seeds, a couple tablespoons. I'm gonna be using some dried cranberries. These are 50% less sugar. You could definitely use raisins if you wanted. Those would go in these really well too. Or chocolate chips. But my husband does not like raisins, and I don't have any more of the Lily's chocolate chips on hand, which is what I would want to use in these. So I'm gonna do dried cranberries, and I think those will go really well. Next up, I'm gonna be using 2/3 cup of these raw pumpkin seeds, 2 large eggs. I'm gonna use a 1/4 cup of this no sugar added or unsweetened applesauce, a 1/2 cup of pumpkin puree. This is just the plain pumpkin puree, not the pumpkin pie filling. I'm gonna be using a 1/4 cup pure maple syrup, a teaspoon pumpkin pie spice, a 1/2 teaspoon salt, and that is it. So first off, I'm gonna get my oven preheating to 350, and then in a large bowl here, I'm gonna add in my oatmeal, which again is 2 cups, 2/3 cup pumpkin seeds, 1/2 cup dried cranberries, 1/4 cup flaxseed, 2 tablespoons chia seeds, teaspoon pumpkin pie spice, and a 1/2 teaspoon salt. And then I'm gonna just stir all that together really well. And now that I've got that all stirred together, I'm gonna just set this aside. In a small bowl, I'm gonna get my 2 tablespoons coconut oil, and I'm gonna microwave that for just a few seconds so that it is melted. I've got my coconut oil melted. That just took about 30 seconds in the microwave. So now to that, I'm gonna add in my 1/4 cup unsweetened applesauce, my 1/4 cup maple syrup, 1/2 cup pumpkin puree, and my 2 eggs that I've beaten. And I'm gonna just whisk this all together really well. That looks good. So now I'm gonna take my dry ingredients and I'm gonna add my pumpkin mixture to them. And then I'm gonna just stir this all together until it's well combined. That is looking good. So now I'm gonna get myself a cookie sheet. And I've just lined this with some parchment paper so that these will come off nice and easy. And I'm gonna take my little ice cream scoop here, which is probably, I would say, about a 1/4 cup. And I'm gonna just drop these on my sheet. I've got 12 here, and I've got just a little bit of mixture left, so I'm gonna go ahead and shift these down a little bit so I can fit a couple more on. All right, I ended up with 15 of these. And so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just take a glass here, and I'm gonna just kind of lightly press down on them just to flatten them out just a little bit. And if they're sticking to your glass like mine are, you can spray your glass with a little cooking spray, which is what I'm gonna do. Okay, I've got those all flattened out a little bit. Now I'm gonna bake them at 350 for about 15 minutes, maybe 12 to 15 minutes. I'm gonna check them at 12, but I'll be back once they are done. I'd let these cook for just about 18 minutes. They are smelling and looking good. So I pulled them out. Now I'm gonna let them just stay on the cookie sheet and completely cool. So I'll be back at that point. Okay, so it's a little better light here. These for us, well, actually for me, they're probably lower points for you because you have oatmeal for one of your 0 points. I forgot about that. So for me, these are 4 points a piece. That's, what size they're? Decent size.
Yeah.
But we'll have my hubby try them since I basically made these for him. Let us know what you think of them. Nice dents.
They look good.
Mm-hmm.
They smell pumpkin-y.
Yeah. 'Tis the season for everything pumpkin. That light is like a little bit too much. Well, he chews. We'll pan over here.
Yeah, those are really good.
You like those?
Mm-hmm. I really like this kind of thing. It's
Hearty
yeah.
is the word I would use
Yeah.
to describe
It's
this
hearty.
kind.
So I've started cycling longer distances, and you have to fuel, or you they call it bonking. And so we've kind of been on a quest to not buy prepackaged stuff. So
Like
this-
energy bars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying a little bit about that in the beginning. That I trying to make you some that work.
Yeah, I mean, I did that.
Think those will work? Mm-hmm. Nice and portable.
Yeah.
And I'm calling these breakfast cookies too because I think these would make a nice little portable, quick breakfast with a cup of coffee or something like
Yeah.
that.
And that's, it's real savory.
Not super sweet at all.
You had mentioned adding chocolate chips to it, which I think would be great. So it'd
Yeah.
be similar to like the pumpkin bread you just made.
Yeah. Which I haven't shown yet.
So that would kick up the sweetness level and the carbs and the sugar, which if you're fueling, that's what you want. So yeah, I'm a big fan of those.
Yeah, so the next time I do these, I think I will do them with chocolate chips. And for him, since he's using them for fuel, I'll probably just use regular chips. But Weight Watcher wise, the lilies would work really well. I did a pumpkin bread recently with lilies in it, and that paired really well with the pumpkin, those little
Yeah.
lilies chips. Yeah, so I would recommend those for these too. But like I said, I used up all mine, haven't been to the store, so cranberries I thought would go with that
And
nicely too.
It pairs really nice with all the other flavors.
All right, so you like those? Okay. I will probably make these again then. All right, guys, those are pumpkin oat breakfast cookies or energy breakfast cookies. I don't know. What would you call those? Energy bar cookies? Breakfast cookies?
Pumpkin energy pucks.
Pucks? Yeah, they look like a puck. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.